Hello and welcome back to another trip report. I'm Lucy and this is Through Lucy's Lens, weekly trip reports where I go about doing whatever I want really. Never know where I'm going to be from one week to the next, and that's part of the fun. Thank you so much for being here, and if you would like and subscribe to this video, I would be super happy. Thank you very much. Well, today I'm in Penzance and I'm about to travel back to Reading on a GWR first class service from Penzance back to Reading. It should take about 5 hours. I can see why people fly, and the cost was excellent, to be honest. I found a really great deal in the GWR sale, and that is the reason I am taking this train. I am not by any means usually the sort of person that takes a first class train. I'll discuss the price at the end and you let me know what you think. I personally am not sure I would pay any more than what I paid for this ticket for the service that I'm about to receive. I have noticed that there's quite a lot of bad reviews about GWR online, which I actually didn't read until I came back, and some of them I think are completely justified. So after a really lovely day in Penzance, I'm going to head back to the train station, have a look at the first class lounge and get the journey started. I really am glad you're here with me and hope you enjoy it. So here we are at the first class lounge at Penzance train station. It was very nice actually, and I must say shout out to the staff in here if anybody ever sees it, because the man who was manning the bar, so to speak, you were wonderful. Thank you for your help. There's a selection of free beverages, tea, coffee, hot chocolate and the local Cornwall tea, which is always really cool. They really do need to up their biscuit game though, because the food offering is shocking in all honesty. And there's also some soft drinks. There's a bathroom where you can take a shower, but unfortunately on the day I was there the shower wasn't working, so good job I didn't need one. To be honest, I could have done with one after the night Riviera, but that's life, isn't it? So that's the bathroom, but the first class lounge was actually really nice. Heading out to the train, this is the service I'm going to be taking, the 2:15 from Penzance all the way through to London Paddington, but I'm going to be stopping off at Reading. The first class compartment was at the front of the train, and on first glance looked really nice. It was clean and looked comfortable, streamlined really, professional, business-like. So this was the chair that I was initially given. There's a story to tell about this. And this was the seat that I was given, which looked comfortable enough. There was a table that you could pull down. And at this point, the cabin was nice and empty, so for once I could actually film without getting on a ton of people's nerves, which is also always really hard when you're doing YouTube videos, by the way. There is a plug and a USB that you can use to plug in a laptop or devices, but I did think it was in a bit of a bizarre place tucked behind the chair. It was quite difficult to reach round and plug in my laptop, but we got there eventually. There's also a padded seat back, pretty standard really, didn't think it was anything mega special. One thing I will say is these seats are really hard. Get some padding, GWR, because my bottom was on fire by the end of this journey. So I set up my laptop. The plan was that I was going to do some work on this journey because it was a really long 5-hour stint, but no sooner had I sat down I was asked to move because the reservation service wasn't working, so I was asked to move and put in this accessible seat, which was brilliant because it had absolutely tons of leg room. As you can see, plenty of room to kick about, and my feet were barking having been walked around Penzance all day. Tried to get onto the Wi-Fi because I wanted to edit some videos and do some work, but unfortunately, I don't know, is it a trick? Could someone tell me in the comments? I can never get the Wi-Fi to work on a train. It's actually becoming a bit of a joke now. I just can't get it to work. Didn't work again. I did speak to somebody and they said, oh yeah, that's quite normal. But it's not very helpful, is it, when you've kind of sat there thinking you're going to do some work, but you can't because there's no Wi-Fi. And because this journey goes through quite a lot of rural areas, you can't really pick up any 5G either. So let's talk about the catering. Well, there wasn't much, to be honest. They hadn't loaded any food, so there was a selection of drinks, really. That's all there was, and the odd flapjack or bag of crisps. Did get a little bit of Wi-Fi here, yay me. The catering was pretty terrible, to be honest, and that's one of the things that I do see on TripAdvisor when I was having a look through. There just wasn't anything to eat, and on a 5-hour journey, I mean, I should have planned in advance, I should have brought something, but I didn't because I just presumed, because on the GW website they said there's a selection of sandwiches and things. I was just expecting that and there wasn't. So yeah, bathroom, we all love a good loo review. Love you, Noel Phillips, if ever you watch these videos. He never will. So this is the toilet that was part of the first class compartment. Pretty standard bathroom, really. It's clean, didn't smell. I have a really big problem with the smell on, I can't even remember the name of the service, the really smelly trains that used to be the Virgin trains. Ugh, I hate them. Cross country. Didn't smell like a cross-country bathroom, so that was cool. Hello. So yeah, I just kind of had a little look around the bathroom. It was nothing special. Something else I can never do actually is get these ruddy taps to work. Just terrible, aren't I? What a rubbish train reviewer. Always nice to wash your hands though. Always feel a bit grubby when I'm travelling. So yeah, the bathroom was nice enough. There was not really anybody in there. This was the only time I used the bathroom, to be honest. But one thing, there was no toilet paper. So it's a good job I checked. I did tell the attendant and it was resolved. But yeah, there was no loo paper. Anyway, I had to move again because even though there was an empty carriage, the attendant came to tell me that there was someone booked in to use the accessible seat. I was completely cool with that, so I moved again, but it was a bit annoying. This time when the trolley came round, I had a flapjack and a coffee, I think, because I needed to stay awake. I was so tired after taking that train and then coming straight back. I am now going to let you enjoy the lovely Tamar River Crossing, which is a real highlight of this trip. If ever you take a train from Penzance up towards London, this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy it. By this point, I was so tired and I fell asleep for about 3.5 hours. Woke up with my face stuck Woke up to my face stuck to my coat with dribble, but at that point when I woke up, the carriage was absolutely packed and they were bringing round alcoholic drinks. Now, at this point, they were only offering alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, no use to me whatsoever, and it's only one drink. There were people commenting, well, can I have another glass of wine? No, was the answer. You have to pay for it if you want more than one. So eventually, after speaking nicely, because I'm not a Karen, I got myself a can of Coke, and I was pretty pleased with that because I was exhausted. This journey cost me £47. However, if you were to book it today, it would be between £139.50 or £213.90. Standard class would be £68.90. So I had a really good deal, so I'm not going to be moaning that this was terrible. However, if I'd have paid a lot of money for this ticket, I would have thought it was a really substandard service. Lack of service being the main complaint, and a really, really uncomfortable seat. What did you think? Let me know.